What's good, YouTubers and YouTubettes? This is JB Sports back again with another one. The Dallas Cowboys did a video call with former Alabama Crimson Tide quarterback and former Oklahoma Sooner quarterback Jalen Hurts. As you know, he played his high school football right outside of Houston in a Channel View. So maybe he's coming back home to Texas, man. That'll be an interesting selection if they take him. I don't expect the Dallas Cowboys to use the number 1 or number 2 pick on Jalen Hurts, but the number 3 and number 4 pick could be in play for the former record-setting quarterback that had a great year out of the Oklahoma for the Oklahoma Sooners, Jalen Hurts. Now their backup quarterback right now is Cooper Rush. Cooper Rush has played a little bit in the preseason, but he's not a top-end prospect. He's not a quarterback they think can eventually become a starter in the NFL. You know, his best situation or his career apex would be as a backup quarterback in the NFL. Now, with the situation going on with Dak Prescott, who's currently has a franchise tag contract on the table, wait for his signature, has not signed that, probably won't sign it no time soon, as him and the team continues to negotiate a long-term contract. Now, if a contract is not reached by July the 15th, he will be subject to play up under the franchise tag for the 2020-21 season. So we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what transpires, man. But Jalen Hurts, man, I like Jalen, man. The guy is an improved passer. He can run. He's a winner. He's like when he gets out there and starts running outside the pocket and running and gets past the initial line of defense, he's like a big physical running back, man. He's a big physical guy, man. Big, strong, sturdy guy. Big legs, big thighs. He's a guy that's hard to bring down in the open field, man. He doesn't have that breakaway speed like a Lamar Jackson, but he's got the physicality of a Cam Newton, and he's more out of that type of runner, man. A real physical runner that can break tackles once he gets through the initial line of defense. So that could be an interesting pick, man, for Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones to make, man. If the situation plays out with Dak Prescott, as far as he signed for the franchise tag for next season, then they franchise him again after next season. After that, he could be an unrestricted free agent, and the Cowboys might be in the market for another quarterback. So by that time, say if they draft Jalen Hurts, he'll be ready to take over the reins. Because you got to understand, this year is going to be tough on quarterbacks coming into new systems, coming out of the draft or coming through free agency. Because with the coronavirus, teams are not going to be able to have OTAs or have situations like that where they can implement their offense to their new players. So that's going to be a problem for players coming in and playing under new systems. And that's one thing that they could afford with Jalen Hurts, with him coming in, learning the system, for 2 years. And then if the situation doesn't get better with a team in Dak Prescott, or Dak Prescott's don't perform up to the team's satisfaction, they can move on after 2 years and possibly put Jalen Hurts as a starting quarterback in 2 years. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what transpired, man. But it's just interesting to see that they did a video call with Jalen Hurts. Now, some other quarterbacks that could be out there in the 3rd or 4th round, too. You got Jacob Eason out of Washington. He could be there, but I'm kind of looking for him maybe going the 2nd round. You have some other quarterbacks, Jake Fromm. He could be there maybe in the 3rd round, possibly. But I kind of suspect him maybe to be going maybe in the 2nd round, too, or maybe in the 3rd round, too. He seemed like he could be the type of quarterback, Jake Fromm, that would be a New England Patriots type of quarterback. But I can see them maybe taking him possibly in the day 2 of the draft. I can see the New England Patriots maybe taking the Jake Fromm. But those are some of the quarterbacks that could be there available at the 3rd round. Or maybe the Cowboys surprise everybody with the 1st round pick. Say Jordan Love from Utah is there. Maybe they surprise everybody and take Jordan Love there and bring him in. He's another quarterback that shows a lot of potential, but very raw. But you can sit him for 2 years, while Dak Prescott plays under the franchise tag, and then basically you can put him there in the starting position if you're not happy with the performance of Dak Prescott and you're ready to move on from him. And maybe he's ready to move on after 2 years, feeling that the team has not showed him the love that they should have shown him after he's produced for them for the first 4 years. Maybe he will be ready to move on too. And you put Jordan Love in there in the starting quarterback position in another 2 years. Jordan Love has been compared to Mahomes, to a Patrick Mahomes coming out of Texas Tech. I seen some highlights of him. Didn't see him too much. I didn't see him at all during this past college season. So I seen some highlights of him. It's hard for me to believe that he can be on the level of a Patrick Mahomes, but maybe he could be a poor man's Patrick Mahomes. But I think a more fair comparison for Jordan Love is maybe a Tyrod Taylor. Maybe that could be something that he could be. Maybe he can be on the level of a Tyrod Taylor, who is a very good backup and can start for you too, and start for certain teams too if you got a lot of talent around him and a loaded team around him on both sides of the ball. You can start for him and think you can still win at a high level. That's what Tyrod Taylor is. That's what the Los Angeles Chargers think he can do for him this year as the Chargers look to make the playoffs in the 2020-2021 season. We'll see what happens. We'll see what transpires. But, man, that was sounding kind of interesting. I saw tonight when I looked on NFL.com, man. Jalen Hurts does a video call with the Dallas Cowboys. Could he be a possible pick in the 3rd or 4th round? Well, we'll see what happens when the NFL draft goes down on April 23rd, and preferably, as far as Jalen Hurts maybe going to the Cowboys, April 24th, that Friday, when the day 2 starts of the NFL draft. Maybe that'll be the day that Jalen Hurts hears his name called and selected by an NFL team. Will it be the Dallas Cowboys? That remains to be seen. Leave your comments in the comment section if you think Jalen Hurts would be a good pick for the Dallas Cowboys. If you don't, name some other quarterbacks you think the Cowboys might be looking at. Because like I said, I don't think Cooper Rush is the answer. I think he's a backup quarterback in the NFL, best case scenario. I don't think he's a starting quarterback. I think if they do decide to move on from Dak Prescott and they looking to make a quarterback in this month's draft, that they need to look at Jalen Hurts or maybe a Jordan Love, maybe if he's there in the first round, if he's not already selected in the first round. After the first round, if they don't take him in the first round, he's going to be gone by the time the second round comes along. That meaning Jordan Love, the quarterback out of Utah State. But Jalen Hurts could still definitely be there in the 3rd round and possibly the 4th round. So we'll see what happens when the Cowboys makes those picks in the 3rd and 4th round, which route they decide to take. Leave your comments in the comment section again if you like the Jalen Hurts to the Cowboys in day 2 of the draft, or do you like another quarterback? Maybe, like I said, a Jordan Love out of Utah State, a Jake Fromm out of Georgia, or maybe another quarterback that's slated to go day 2 or day 3 of the NFL draft. Let me know what you think in the comment section. This is JB Sports, the man, the myth, the legend. I holla.